Welcome back, my horror peeps. It is me. It is I, Doogie, and you are watching My Horror Den. And I want to thank you for coming in. And it's quite scary around here because it is that time of year. It's the end of September, which brings October, which is Halloween time, which is scary fucking movie time. And there are a lot of them coming out, and I'm very, very excited. Like, we keep getting these little tastes and snippets and trailers of all these new movies that are coming out. Just to go over a few, a select few. The Exorcist Believer, which comes out soon. Saw 10 comes out very, very soon. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. Are you kidding me with David Duchovny? Mr. X-File himself in a horror movie. I'm there. No One Will Save You, which looks incredible. Amongst all these other ones I keep seeing, the new Hell House Origins, Carmichael Manor. Like, I'm excited to be watching these movies and bringing them to you for review. They're going to be great. They are. And there's so many other ones coming out. I just can't even think of them all. Like, It Lives Inside. The new Conjuring is coming out. I still haven't seen the new Insidious movie. There's just a shit ton. And I'm excited. It's a great time to be here. Great time of year. Hold on, look at this. You all know what this is. Yeah. It's almost time. I can't wait to see the new Exorcist. It's going to be great. But I am here for a reason, and that is for some movie reviews for movies that you might not have heard of, I might not have seen, and I review them right here for you. Before I do that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and tell me what are some of your favorite horror movies that you want to see this up and coming horror season. I just licked myself. You see that? Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Before I do that, before I get into these two reviews, I want to show you something which is really, really cool. I saw this, I had to get it because, everybody knows that my favorite horror movie is the original Halloween. And check this out. How awesome is that? That is kick-ass. I just wanted to show you that. But enough with the talking. Let us get right into the reviews. I have two for you this time around. The first one is a movie that came out back in 2019. It stars Taylor Russell, Logan Miller, Deborah Ann Woll, Jay Ellis, Tyler Labine, directed by Adam Robitel, and is produced by Sony Pictures. This movie is called Escape Room, and somehow Escape Room has eluded me, and I've wanted to see it. I just haven't had the chance to see it up until recently. And it's about these, how many people is it? 7 strangers who get this black box, and it says, come to this place, or they figure it out and there's an address, so they all go there. And it turns out that it's a giant escape room. And the only way to get out is to outlast the other people. So, there are some really awesome traps. And to get out of these escape rooms, they're pretty intense, I do have to admit. The only thing, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Cube, a little bit, especially the first room they were in. I don't know why, it just did. But besides that, I mean, the movie was intense. You were like, "Ooh, who's gonna get out alive? Who's gonna get out of this room?" And the ending was it's kind of odd for me. The survivors By now, it's been out for 4 years, so get with it. There was 2 survivors, and they end up killing like the guy who was running it, that room. It turned out it's this big network of people, and it's just the beginning. So, escape room for me was a MD. It wasn't really that scary. It was, in some instances were intense. So, for me, escape room would be an MD. It was more, I don't know if escape room, yeah, it's a horror movie, but it was a bit more on a sci-fi as well. Sci-fi horror. So we'll just take it as that. We'll give it an MD. Escape room. I know there's a sequel, Escape Room Tournament of Champions. I haven't seen that one yet, and as soon as I do, I will bring it to you, my horror peeps. So, with that being said, let's get into my next review, which is a movie that came out back in 2015. It's a 8-year-old movie. Stars Lance Henriksen. Lance Henriksen, let me just tell you something about Lance Henriksen before I even get into this movie review. He is like the GOAT of weird roles, B horror movies. You want someone to act his ass off, but it's not going to hit theaters. I would pick Lance Henriksen. Not that that's a fault. He is a great actor. He even had one of the best TV shows ever made, Millennium. He played Frank Black for 3 seasons. If you've never seen that, watch Millennium. It is crazy. But yeah, like he was in Aliens. He's been in a ton of stuff. Lance Henriksen, trust me. Okay. So, Lance Henriksen, yes. Camille Balsamo, Mila Bjorn, directed by Alec Gillis. This movie is called Harbinger Down. Now, what this is about is a fishing vessel who is in the Arctic. The boat is called Harbinger. And they find a chunk of ice floating in the ocean, and they pick it up. And there's something in it. Now, I believe this is a Netflix original movie. I don't know if it's Netflix original or it's just on Netflix. One of the two. But this movie, obviously, as soon as you say there's a thing in the ice, you're automatically going to compare the movie The Thing to Harbinger Down, which I did at first too, because there's a lot of comparisons to be made between two movies. You're not going to touch The Thing. The Thing is just a great movie. One of the best. John Carpenter, hell yeah. Kurt Russell, hell yeah. But Harbinger Down with Lance Henriksen is just a little bit different because it's on the ocean, and you have these creatures who thaw out who are very creepy, going throughout this whole boat killing people. It's good. It's really good. It's I enjoyed Harbinger Down more than I enjoyed Escape Room. The creatures are creepy, and the people are stuck on this boat. What are you going to do? If I was on this boat, I'm like, I am screwed because these creatures are trying to kill me. So if I were you, I would try and watch Harbinger Down. For me, Harbinger Down is an MDK. I liked Harbinger Down. It's creepy, it's bloody, it's scary, it has creatures, people dying, and you're compacted on this boat on the ocean. There's nowhere to go. That's the selling point. So check out Harbinger Down. Harbinger Down, cheers. So yeah, my horror peeps, it was a good show. MD for Escape Room, MDK for Harbinger Down. Check these movies out. You will like them. I mean, I'm sure you've watched Escape Room, but not many people have heard of Harbinger Down. I caught it by accident, and I'm happy I did, because it was a good movie. So, until next time, my horror peeps, watch a horror movie. Why? What's it gonna do? Scare you?